Well, hello there, friend. Andrew Najera here at Drew Installs Hardware. Today is a video I've been wanting to make for a while. Show you something kind of interesting that happened with this Von Duprin 99 series, 98, 99 series. It's a Dash 2SI, which means it has that sign indicator that tells you if the door is locked or unlocked. So it's got a lever, operable lever on the outside, and it's got cylinders on both sides with this cool indicator that goes up and down to tell you if the outside lever is locked or unlocked. When it's locked, the key works from the outside and retracts the latch. So I had an issue with this one out of the box when I went to install it, and just thought it's a good opportunity to show you what this particular crash bar needs. So this on the back side of this sign indicator assembly is what really determines if the door is going to be locked or unlocked. There's this cool little spaceship looking piece that slides into the lever, and it's got a little bump on it there, and that bumps against that back side of that assembly, and that's what actually prevents the lever from moving up and down. So that's the locked position. And then when you take the key, move it into the unlocked position, you'll see what happens. And those tail pieces have to be vertical, just FYI. Learn that one. So now it's unlocked, and you'll see that assembly is going to go up and down smoothly. So that's the unlocked position, and when that other piece was turned the other way, it was the locked position. So that's really all that prevents the lever and the lift finger from being able to move up and down and retract the latch. Now I'm back in the locked position there. So what happened here, just for some reason out of the box, maybe this trim just had an older style lift finger. So there's really no way for this spaceship looking piece to engage with it, and my supplier was able to track me down the right part. It needs a lift finger that looks like this. It's got grooves in it that let the spaceship dock, and the spaceship docks, and then everything works right. So that's exactly what we needed. And so today, to make this door work the right way, I'm going to need to remove the lever, replace that lift finger, and that's what we're going to do. Well, what did I do in the meantime? Well, in the meantime, I just made sure that door stayed locked all the time, so it was always secure. So I'll show you later how I did that. There's the slider on the back side of the crash bar that we'll mess with later. But so this is here the process of replacing that lift finger. It's a real simple swap out, and I'm just kind of looking at the pieces. I was telling somebody the other day, I'll take stuff apart and put it back together, but it's usually smart if I take pictures. Here, I've done this enough times, I don't really need to take a picture of anything, but man, it's sure a good idea when you take pictures as you're taking stuff apart. It really helps me when I need to put stuff back together. So I'm removing the rim cylinder here. I'm going to remove these two bottom posts all the way, and there's a little plate that holds everything together. This assembly package came with a new plate. They look identical to me, but I'm still putting the new plate that came with it, and I'm just going to loosen the top two posts rather than remove them all the way, and that's going to let me lift the lift finger assembly out. And those two rods with the springs that are all lubed up are going to come with it. And I just need to then put those rods and springs into this new assembly and then just tuck it back in to the trim. I'm trying to get all fancy here. Don't get too fancy, guy. Just do it. Just pop it in. You got one of them. Good job. Let's do the other one. There's the other one. You're halfway home. And when you slide it back in, those top posts underneath that plate up there, they have a seat basically. There's really only one spot they can go. Make sure they're in that seat. Pop it in, and then I'm gonna tighten the top two posts, and that's gonna make sure everything just stays right there. And then I'm gonna put the bottom plate back in and put the two posts then through it. And so now for the Dash 2SI rim device, now this trim, this operable trim, has the correct lift finger needed to give that little spaceship piece a place to dock. So that's what this was all about, making sure that little piece could go in there. You know what, I'm sure it has a name, and I probably should have looked up the name of it. It was probably in the instructions that I should have shown you also. So look at that. That's what we needed it to do. That's what it's doing now. So you can see the difference there. If you ever run into this problem, I hope this will help you out, because it was a little confusing at first, just having pieces that didn't work together. Luckily, I had experience with this model before, so I knew right away, this ain't gonna work. And so really happy the supplier tracked down the right part for me. So now I'm just reinstalling the rim cylinder, and then we're going to be able to put this back in the door, and then we'll be able to test it all out. So actually, before I can put it back in the door, I'm going to need to do something else, because to make sure that door always stayed secure with an operable lever, I had to make sure that the slider on the back side of this center case was in the down position. When that slider's in the down position here, it prevents the lift finger from being able to retract the latch. So I had it set up like a night latch function, even though it had an operable trim on it. And so I'm going to fix that now to make sure, now that I've got the right lift finger, I've got the assemblies all correct. Now I need the lever to operate when the door has been unlocked from the inside. So to do that, I got to make sure that slider assembly goes up. And to do that, I have to remove the night latch screw. And once I remove the night latch screw, then I'm going to make sure that I slide that up by turning that thing. And then I need to reinstall. So now that it's up, that lift finger will lift and retract the latch. But now that it's up, I do need to reinstall the night latch screw, so that when a key is used from the outside, when it's locked, that the key then pulls that latch back. So a lift finger can lift, the key can retract it, and that cylinder that's on the inside of the door then is going to control whether that outside lever will operate. So I'm going to slip it back into the bracket that I already installed earlier. I threw a magnet on the door just to help me keep everything lined up, give me an extra hand. And then I'm going to install the 5th and 6th screw holes. I'm going to pop the lever in. And once the lever's popped in, I'm going to just install the screws through the center case into the lever, not over tightening anything. I like using the screwdriver. You can use an impact if you're real careful. I do it too sometimes, but when everything's lined up, let me just make sure with that screwdriver. So I've left it, so it's unlocked currently in its configuration. Now my little spaceship can dock in its home port, and now we can put that bottom sign indicator assembly with the rim cylinder. That rim cylinder needs to be trimmed flush with the back side of that. Can't be sticking out, and it has to be in the vertical position, as I said earlier. And then there's 2 screws that hold it there, right there, a little bit. There it is, driver home. So now I think we can test it. I've installed it in the locked position. So I'm trying to use the lever. It's not letting me retract the latch. I'm going to put it in the unlocked position now. That latch retracts. That's a good thing. Let's go. All right, we're almost there. There's still some more testing I'm going to do. Sometimes you get it to work once and you feel good, but actually I still need to test it in the locked position with the door closed and make sure the outside cylinder is going to retract the latch when the lever's locked. So Just putting in the cover screws now, and then I'm just going to take a minute to test it out. And let's see if it actually worked. And hey, thanks so much for watching this video with me. I don't ask for much, or I don't ask for help often, but hey, if you're one of the people who watch this video and is not, or watch some of my videos and are not subscribed, man, it helps me out so much if you actually hit that subscribe button. It helps other people find my channel. And as always, if you were to share it with somebody who you think might like it, that helps me out a great deal. So I really appreciate if you do that for me. So I'm going back and forth between locked and unlocked. The lever's locking, the lever's unlocking. I'm going to make sure it closes and latches. I think we've left it unlocked. And so, yeah, unlocked, it's latching. You already tested that guy, you're good. Let's lock it, let it close and latch. And let's make sure the lever's locked. Yep, we can't retract the latch. Make sure that key works. Oh, you're golden. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out and watching this video with me. I'm going to try to keep more videos coming your way. And as always, I really appreciate your support. Share the channel, subscribe, and until next time, happy hardwaring.